Welcome to your Friday, January 23rd morning update, and we're talking about ice in Maine. Yeah, they have a lot of ice up there. In fact, it's a good weekend for ice in Maine. We're expecting some extremely bitter cold weather with wind chills way down into the minus 30s, which means a lot of people will probably be staying inside, so ice will be able to find them. From the Daily Caller, the Department of Homeland Security announced Wednesday that it has launched a new immigration enforcement operation in Maine amid reports of large-scale fraud tied to members of the Somali community in the state. If you look around, and it's not too hard, it's all over X, they've discovered care centers in Maine, 10 to 15 of them in one building. And there's plenty more. Lots of fraud from Somalis in Maine. DHS and ICE are on scene, and they didn't tell anybody they were coming. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says it has already arrested 50 people as part of the targeted operation dubbed Operation Catch of the Day. According to Fox News, the operation has identified about 1,400 targets, including individuals accused of child rape, drug trafficking, and sexual assaults, ICE Deputy Assistant Director Patricia Hyde told the outlet. They are there capturing criminals, but they are also going to be there looking for fraudsters. Speaking of criminals and fraudsters, 2 days ago, the White House released its 365 wins in 365 days list because the media wasn't going to do the work for them. And in the top 10, we find carried out over 650,000 arrests, detentions, and deportations of illegal aliens. Deported more than 400,000 illegal aliens charged with or convicted of crimes, induced 2 million self-deportations by ending Biden-era release incentives and restoring credible consequences, reduced illegal border crossings to their lowest level since the 1970s, cut fentanyl trafficking at the southern border by 56%. The number I like in there is 400,000. They've deported 400,000 illegal aliens charged or convicted of crimes. Alien killers, rapists, gang members, and repeat offenders. The Trump administration is removing significant numbers of criminals from the streets of America, and there are many, many more, and some of them are committing fraud. Interestingly enough, in the Maine situation, where in Minnesota you have mobs attacking everyday people and interfering with ICE at every opportunity, Maine's top federal prosecutor, Andrew Benson, warned Monday that any interference with federal officers would be met with prosecution. Remember, this is Janet Mills, Maine. In the coming days, if Maine citizens seek to exercise their rights to assemble and protest, it is vital that these protests remain peaceful, Benson said in a statement. Anyone who forcibly assaults or impedes a federal law enforcement officer, willfully destroys government property, or unlawfully obstructs federal law enforcement activities commits a federal crime and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And we'll close with this. 2.6 million makes Trump look like a piker compared to Clinton and Obama. Here's Jillian Michaels to explain it to you.
Bill Clinton, he deported or returned 12 million people. Obama deported and returned 5 million people. Trump is not even at 1.5 million. And no, they didn't all get due process. In fact, Bill Clinton worked with a Republican Congress to pass a law that deprived anyone within 100 miles of any U.S. border who'd been in the country less than 14 days a courtroom. Obama expanded that law. Let's also not forget that Obama was the one who built the cages at the border. The reason that you weren't seeing ICE agent raids all over the news back then is because sanctuary cities did not exist. Local law enforcement cooperated with federal law enforcement. They held criminals for ICE to pick up. They didn't release them. They didn't tell people that ICE were Trump's private army who was zip tying children. Also a lie. And guess what? ICE didn't have to wear masks. They wore street clothes. They didn't need to wear riot gear. No riot gear. Wake up. You're being manipulated.
All right, thanks for checking in. We'll be back on Monday. Don't forget, also, Grok Talk on Monday. And as a reminder, we are moving our hosting service So if you run into any hiccups or coughs or problems with the website or getting to content, shoot me an email at steve@graniterock.com, and I will try to help you find it. Have a great weekend. A nice, cold, frigid weekend here in New England and a large portion of the country. Stay warm.